The following is a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.
All right, let's go! Western country! Let's roll!
Welcome to Plains Capital Park, Lowry Field, where tonight the Lubbock High Westerners host the Abilene Eagles in a big District 2-5A Division I ball game. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm David Thetford. Joining me for the broadcast is Coach Randy Dean. And Lubbock High's had a rough couple of weeks, Coach Dean, and now they're playing a team that a lot of the coaches felt like would be the odds-on favorite to win the district championship, and they're undefeated in district right now.
Yeah, you know, for Lubbock High, such a great non-conference record and a lot of success, but boy, they've run into some buzzsaws these first few weeks of district, and got no picnic tonight. I mean, Abilene High is a very talented team. I believe defending district champion, and a lot of guys back, and they have a lot of talent on both sides of the football.
It'll be an interesting matchup tonight. They do score a lot of points, but so far they've given up a lot of points, have the Eagles. We're going to look at a couple of offensive players tonight, Coach, for the Abilene Eagles, because that's where their strength is on offense.
Yeah, and it really starts with number 3, Rylan Bradford. He is an outstanding athlete, great player, the leading receiver, and one of their top rushers. 18 touchdowns already on the year.
Amazing.
I'm not real good at math, but that's a little over 2 touchdowns per game that he's averaging. So obviously a great talent.
He really is. And they've had a change. Last week, Coronado went to Abilene, and their starting quarterback got hurt. And this young man had to come in, and I think he did pretty good filling in from the second quarter on, but he'll have to do it again tonight.
Yeah, just a sophomore, Tristan Beal, number 15, and it'll be interesting to see how much they put on his plate. You know, just what do they expect him to do? Probably some of that depends on whether they expect their starting quarterback to come back later on in the season or not. But, he gets the keys to a pretty impressive offensive unit, and just see what they ask him to do tonight.
I think just get the ball in his receiver's hands is the main thing.
Pretty good strategy.
Good things there. For the Lubbock High Westerners, they have, they've had guys that have had standout performances this year, Coach, and really stepped up. A young sophomore receiver I think he's going to be a great player for Lubbock High. He's had a good year this year, Denzel Robbins.
He really has. He's shown a lot, and he plays a lot of downs for Lubbock High, which is good news for them building towards the future and everything. He's the young man's got good speed and good hands, and shown a lot of ability as a receiver. So somebody that they need to go to a little bit more probably tonight. Derek Torres has had a great year, but Denzel Robbins would be a nice compliment tonight.
You bet. They'll need that tonight. And then on defense, they've got to figure out a way to slow down Abilene High. And the best way is to keep the football away from them. But that defense is going to be on the field quite a bit, and Bryson Garza is the guy that they're going to depend on to make some stops.
Yes, I mean, you got to have your linebackers step up big in a game like this where, it's a balanced offense for Abilene High, but a very explosive offense. So the linebackers have to be key tonight. Bryson Garza has had a good year as a linebacker for Lubbock High, and he needs to really step up tonight and have a lot of tackles, have his hands, have his nose around the football a lot.
You bet. Well, we're in the middle of the district race right now, and you're starting to, you're going to see where you're going to end up. You got to be one of the top 4 out of these 7 teams in this District 2-5A. These 2 teams playing tonight at 7 o'clock. We're going to have a 7:05 kickoff, so stay tuned. Lubbock High Westerners hosting the Abilene Eagles here on Fox 34 News Now. Park, Lowry Field. We just had the national anthem, and both teams, I like this, Coach. Lubbock High here on the west side and Abilene High on the east side, standing at attention until the flag completely exits the field. That's good coaching right there by both teams.
You can tell it's something that's a priority was made of by the coaching staff for the players to stay right where they were standing, hand on their heart, and allowing the flags to leave the field. That's a pretty neat deal.
It really is. Well, everybody's black and gold tonight, so Lubbock High will be in their all black and jersey and pants with the white helmets this time, which is a little different look than we've seen. And then the Abilene Eagles are in white jerseys with black pants and gold helmets. It's funny how these schools from so long ago, Amarillo High, Abilene High, Lubbock High, they were all black and gold back in those days. Maybe those were the best, easiest colors.
Well, that's what I always heard, was back before there was a lot of, I guess, dye and whatnot, then that's why you had so many black and gold schools.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it was?
I don't know. I wouldn't, you could fact check that and probably prove me wrong, but that was one explanation that I was told once upon a time.
They didn't have the dyes that they needed. All right. Well, I guess I'll just have to do both teams in black. Messes me up.
You could do Abilene High in white.
Yeah.
On your white pad. See how that works.
I'll figure out something. We're set to go. Lubbock High is going to get the football to begin here, kicking south to north. Low line drive kick going to land in the end zone and out of the back of the end zone, and Lubbock High will start at their 25-yard line to begin here tonight.
We have a pretty strong wind blowing out of the south tonight. It's going to have an impact. Particularly on the referees, you'll see their pant legs really flapping in that wind, and so it's going to be a factor, I think, especially in the punting game when you're trying to punt into the wind. Could be a big deal.
As Estacado won their game last week against Levelland, but Coach asked me, he says, "You're not going to talk to me about punting, are you?" I go, "I am." They punted twice last week for minus 2.2. I've never seen that in my life. I don't know how you do that. Here come the Westerners. They're going to set kind of a strange set over here, 3 to this side, and they go Wildcat to begin the ball game.
Unbalanced line, and then brought into a tight set all of the receivers as well, and it was a direct snap to Dunkerson, and they were going to try to get around the right edge, but and go backwards to start with. So much for the element of surprise.
We mentioned that the starting quarterback for the Abilene Eagles, Braden Henry, is not playing. He was injured last week against Coronado. Neither is the starting quarterback for the Lubbock High Westerners, Zach Reyna. He was injured, had his upper arm injured. He's going to be okay, but we'll see what happens. Dunkerson's going to take the snap, turn it up, another flag on this near side. So penalty to begin the ball game.
Yeah, they had multiple guys still moving right there as they were shifting same formation to the other side of the field. And in the midst of that shift, they still had about 4 or 5 guys moving. Going to cost them another 5 yards. And obviously see what they're trying to do is capture that edge and see if they can get Dunkerson around the end. But so far, hadn't been able to get lined
During
up
the play,
right.
Illegal shift, offense. All the offensive players did not get set. The penalty is declined. Second down.
This is keeping the ball away from Abilene, but they've only used 2 seconds off the clock.
Well, I guess they declined that one. So again, they'd allowed them to run that play, so Dunkerson got 1 yard.
No, they declined it. And he got to the 21. Yep. Here we go again. Ball almost caught and then almost picked off.
A little more traditional set that time. Quarterback in the ball game for Lubbock High, Hector Torres, number 13, 5'9" junior.
And he's had some experience this year, Coach.
And he actually threw a good ball right there to J.D. Morton, number 17. Maybe a little bit high to the outside, not exactly where the receiver wants it to be, but certainly one that J.D. could have brought down. And it would have been nice for Lubbock High right there to pick up about 4 or 5 yards and kind of help instead of this third and extremely long right here. And here's a situation with a backup quarterback in there. You just don't want to make a big mistake.
I think we turned upfield too quickly.
Prior to the play, false start, offense.
All
number
start against the
57.
Westerners.
5-yard penalty, third down.
That will move the ball back to the 16-yard line. And now it's going to be 3rd down 19 for Lubbock High. Last week against Monterey on the first play from scrimmage, they threw a 73-yard touchdown pass and run all the way down to the Monterey 2. And Dunkerson got 1 yard on the first carry and then put it in the end zone on the second for Lubbock High to take the lead. Here's Torres, back to pass, looking, got pressure coming, took a hard hit to the outside. It is caught, I believe. I think he caught it.
He did. It's unfortunate, that 5-yard penalty. That last 5-yard penalty is going to come back and really hurt him right here and get 18 yards on the play to Dunkerson. It's going to be 4th and 1, and see if Coach Rodriguez rolls the dice early just as well, too, with that wind blowing the way it is. Probably not going to gain a whole lot on the punt anyway, so I would expect to see a Braden Dunkerson plunge up the middle. That's a heck of a throw and catch right there. Great adjustment to the ball in the air by Dunkerson.
Really a great job, and you're right, Coach. You just don't ever know that 1 5-yard penalty, that last one. They're going to go for it up the right side and not going to get there. Going to be taken down back at the 32-yard line, and that will turn the ball over to the Abilene Eagles. Dunkerson had it, but Abilene High knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, instead of shifting into that unbalanced line, they just came out and lined up in it. And I think probably, like I said, the element of surprise has been lost now with that formation. And you also got to credit Abilene High. They did a good job getting across the line of scrimmage, particularly number 10, Adrian Munoz, and just gave Dunkerson no place to turn up the field. And great field position to start out for Abilene High.
They at the 31 or 2? 31. First play running around the right side to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, to the goal line, touchdown. First play from the line of scrimmage. Ball's given to Bryson Perez, and he will score.
Actually ran a little reverse. They handed it to Rylan Bradford, and then he tossed it. I believe he actually tossed it forward to number 7. And then Bryson Perez took it the rest of the way, virtually untouched all the way into the end zone. Didn't take the Eagles very long.
What do you count that as, a pass?
You know, it was. Just for the stat sheet, though, because I don't want to give Rylan Bradford a completion, but I guess I have to. So
yeah, 3-7.
Yeah, number 7. He's going to get a 30. How far did they go? 31, 32?
31 yards. I guess that means that the ball was at the 31, so Dunkerson lost 3 yards on his last carry.
They hit him with a little trickery right there on the first play that they had possession of it. And you know that all eyes were on number 3, Rylan Bradford, the stud for Abilene High. And taking advantage of that, they run that little reverse back around the other direction. And
Anthony Peppers out on the field. We're trying to get a shot through the referees there. Working with one of, looks like it's number 2, and that's Markel Wynn, cornerback. It is. He's up now. I think he's the one that took the shot right at the goal line. One play, a touchdown, still awaiting the extra point. And on to kick it will be Naim Sugera. You don't normally see a kicker with the number 68.
I remember him from last year. He's a good kicker, though.
Yeah, he is
a
a
big
good
young
kicker.
man and a good strong leg.
We don't have their weights or heights. He's an offensive lineman on the roster if he were to play a position, but he mainly for kicking. Kick is up, and it is good. 7-0, the Abilene Eagles jump on top of the Lubbock High Westerners. We'll be back. Lubbock High gets it back again here on Fox 34 News Now. Abilene High breaks on top. It didn't take long. They stopped Lubbock High on downs at the Westerner 31-yard line. They were at a 4th and 1 and lost 3. And then the one play and a little pass forward from Ryland Bradford as he got the ball to one of his other receivers, Bryson Perez, for the touchdown. It was 31 yards and it took 12 seconds, and it's 7-0 Abilene High. Kicking off will be Adrian Munoz, number 10. Dunkerson is back. Wynn is normally back. He may not be right now. I think it's going to be Denzel Robbins that was back, but it's out of the end zone. And Lubbock High will come back out to the 25-yard line to begin.
Hugely important here for Lubbock High to come out and avoid those pre-snap penalties. Really had an impact on that first drive. But, positive yardage here, hopefully string some first downs together. You do not want to make a habit of giving short fields to Abilene High here early in the game.
Well, they're tightening up the box. They're bringing everybody up close. And Dunkerson's going to get the carry here, but just too many bodies, Coach.
Yeah, and that's a pretty typical defensive strategy when you see an unbalanced line, that you either slide that way or at least slant that way towards the unbalanced part and, kind of try to take away some of the angles that the offense is trying to gain as an advantage by going unbalanced line. And Abilene High has been good at it here in the early part of the game.
Here they go again, going to throw it. Oh, had a chance for that one, Coach, and a completion and a first down. It was to Robbins, I believe.
I think they actually took him a little bit by surprise right there, that Dunkerson took that snap, started rolling to his left, and I think surprised everybody that he raised up there and threw that pass. Robbins was behind the defense, as I suspect the defense was sold out to come up and try to tackle the big running back for Lubbock High. That one had a chance.
Dunkerson has had a really good year. He's 144 attempts, 772 yards. That's 5.4 yards per carry, 128.7 yards per ball game. And he has scored 9 touchdowns. There's a quarterback is hit right as he delivered the ball. That's Hector Torres. He's taking a couple of really hard shots here. There's an incomplete pass.
That time it was one of the linebackers, Skylar Famoa, middle linebacker, finding a gap and blitzing through the line of scrimmage, or through the offensive line, and he hit Torres right in the face mask. Very fortunate that that ball wasn't intercepted, because it got up in that wind and kind of fluttered a little bit. The free safety in the middle of the field had a chance to intercept it. Lubbock High punting into that wind.
Good job by Ontiveros to keep it down low. He's going to get a good roll. Last week, he averaged about 46 yards per punt on 4 punts. So he got another good one there. all the way down the field to the 31-yard line or so of Abilene.
A real nice job right there. He kept it low. Abilene High thought that Lubbock may be going for it again, even though it was 4th and about 11 yards needed, but they didn't even have anybody back deep for the return. And so a little bit of extra roll as well, but a real nice job there by Ontiveros.
Here come the Eagles, their second offensive play. 3 receivers up top, 2 in the slot, 1 over here on the wide side of the field. First pass going to be caught at the 37, pushing up the sideline. There he goes, down the sideline. Did he step out? No. Cuts it back across, and he will take it in. Ryland Bradford. I bet you a lot of people across the country are watching this young man. He's a senior, but getting lots of interest.
It's just one of the things there that you see out of great players, able to take a very short play designed just to kind of start moving the ball, first down drive starter, and he has the athletic ability to turn it into a 69-yard touchdown catch and run.
Here's Segura to add the extra point. It is up and good again, and it's 14-0. We haven't even played 2 minutes yet. And it's already 14-0. Abilene on top of Lubbock here on Fox 34 News Now.
Their per play average is pretty good right now. 69 and 31, 2 offensive plays, and that's the distances that they've covered. So that's about 50 yards of play.
Well, Lubbock High had a chance that time to get Bradford on the sideline, but Coach, he was just too fast.
And strong, too. I mean, he's a pretty good-sized young man. You can see why he would be considered a Division I receiver. And obviously a lot of speed as well. He had one guy, safety, coming over there late to try to, you can see the play right here, catches just a little 5-yard hitch pattern. Right here they had a chance to push him out, and he's able to tightrope that sideline. Had one more guy to beat right here, and able to cut back against the grain right there to get the rest of the way into the end zone. And like I said, he's a good-looking wide receiver and probably garnering a lot of attention.
Here's the kickoff once again with the wind. Good chance this is going to be out of the end zone as well, and it will be. So what a start for Abilene, Coach. They've run 2 offensive plays, both touchdowns. One of them took 12 seconds. The second one was further, so it took 16 seconds. 1-play drives.
Yeah, and of course you see so many teams that win the coin toss, they'll defer and intention of getting the ball to start the second half and all of that. But tonight the wind definitely factored into that strategy of winning the toss and deferring as well. And man, has it paid off for Abilene High. 2 quick drives by Lubbock High, and
big run here. Dunkerson breaks it up the middle across the 40. And he'll be marked down at around the 42-yard line. Great run there by Dunkerson.
Real nice job right in the middle of the offensive line for Lubbock High, creating that little seam, little Goulet handoff for Dunkerson. You can see it right here. And middle linebacker chose the wrong gap, and Dunkerson gets ahead and see some of that tough running that he's able to do. Nice 17-yard gain in Lubbock High's first down of the ball game.
Good job by the Westerner front. I'll give you their names here in just a minute. Stacked up in the middle this time. Lubbock High up front, they have Kagan Booker, number 60, is the left tackle. Romulo Escobar is the left guard, number 55. 62, the center, Sincere Perez. Joseph Acuna, the right guard, is number 57. Ivan Rodriguez, number 51, is the right tackle. Only Perez is a senior, the center. So what happened on, what was that one, Coach?
Just
Dunkerson?
Yeah, right up the middle, and that time Abilene High got off the blocks and got to him a lot quicker.
They'll give it to him again. He's going to push across the 45-yard line. I guarantee you he's as hard-nosed a kid as you'd want to see.
Inside zone play right there. You see big senior Sincere Perez trying to loop up there to get a hold of a linebacker. And Dunkerson just trying to find a little crease. Gets ahead for about 3. Big third down coming for Lubbock High.
They'll all raise up and look across the way at the coaching staff. Yeah, they're looking a long time. Hector Torres is the quarterback, number 13, Dunkerson. Play clock's getting down low, down to 3. Quick snap, throws it to the outside, caught by Robbins, tries to make a move, can't get away. Going to lose yardage on the play, back to around the 43-yard line.
He was like this, the check down safety valve receiver right there. Torres looked up the field first, didn't like what he saw, and came back to Denzel Robbins, but boy, there's no place to go. He had 3 Abilene Eagles staring him down, and nice job open field tackling by Abilene High. Throws him for about a 3-yard loss.
High snap, nobody back again on this punt. It's going to be much shorter this time. Rolls back up the field, going to be touchdown at around the 42-yard line of Abilene. That's where the Eagles will take over. Lubbock's had a couple of big plays. An 18-yard completion on the first drive to Dunkerson, and then a 17-yard run. There you see Coach Rodriguez on the sideline in his 3rd year with the Westerners.
Wide receiver screen, stay pass out there to the far side. And
which one caught it? 7?
Number 7, I believe, is who it was. May tack a face mask penalty on top of this. Just tried to get him one-on-one with the cornerback, and actually did that. It's a pretty nice job tackling out there. It's number 12 for Lubbock High, Josh Olanaran. But unfortunately, as he wrapped him up high and got up around the face mask, and so Perez is going to get a 9-yard gain plus 15 on the face mask penalty.
That will put the ball on down into Lubbock High territory. Coming left side this time, spun around, still in bounds, now pushed out inside the 20-yard line for the Abilene Eagles. I'm behind. Did he throw that to him?
That was option play, old-fashioned option play.
Good.
And got it back to number 7 again, Bryson Perez. Another first down for Abilene High.
There's the sophomore quarterback going to roll right now. Lubbock High with good coverage down the field. He'll just have to throw it away. Good coverage by the Westerners.
Absolutely was that time. No place for the sophomore to go with that one. And he made a wise decision right there. Got outside the tackle box and just threw it away. Really credit Lubbock High that time. Did a nice job all the way across the field, taking away all 3 levels of that pass route concept.
Here they go, 2nd down and 10 now. Two receivers to either side. Now they got a whistle, and H has a call. Head linesman. It'll be a false start against Abilene. That'll back it back up to the 22-yard line. Going to give it in the backfield this time. They do have a good running back, but they do so much with their receivers.
Number 23.
Yeah, that's him, Joyner. He had a pretty good game last week against Coronado.
It's about 4 yards on that play. A little counter tray action back to the tight end side.
They mark him at the 19-yard line. Going to be 3rd down and 1.
He had a free play that time.
Yep.
Lubbock High jumped into the neutral zone. And so you know they had a free play. Tried to go over the top to big receiver Rylan Bradford. Get 5 yards by penalty instead.
That will move the ball to the 14 of the Westerners. Third down and about 6 needed. Looking right the whole time, throws it right, incomplete, good coverage. Trying to go to Bradford out there, and really good coverage by the Westerners. Josh O'Lanaran.
O'Lanaran, they were playing zone that time and did a nice job of settling there in the flat to take that outside cut by the inside receiver. And right in perfect position right there to knock that one away and create a field goal opportunity for Abilene High.
Segura is a good kicker. This is going to be put down at the 21-yard line, so a 31-yard attempt for Naeem Segura. And now timeout going to be called by Lubbock High. We'll take the timeout too. 6:11 to go in the first quarter. 14-0. The Abilene Eagles lead the Lubbock High Westerners here on Fox 34 News Now. One minute. Fourth down and a field goal attempt of 31 yards. Segura at the left hash mark. Oh, they mishandled the snap. It's down on the turf, and it will be no good. Was it not? Yeah, the try was no good.
Bobbled snap that time. Looked like a good snap.
Yeah, it
right
was.
At the face mask of the holder. He just didn't handle it cleanly. And there's a big break for Lubbock High right there. Keep points off of the board.
Ball goes over on downs. Lubbock High. And they will have it at the 19-yard line. They're on 19. 6:07 to go. Motion going from the near side to the far side. Back to pass and falling down, and there's a flag coming in.
Concept there by Lubbock High. They went motion across the formation with Jose Flores, which left Derek Torres down here as a single receiver. Pretty much guaranteeing he's going to be matched up
During the play,
one-on-one.
Pass interference. Defense, number 19.
Got tangled up there
Ball
with the
be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
And brings the flag out. Lubbock High will get a first down by penalty and advance the ball up to about the 26-yard line.
Seven-yard penalty on the pass interference. Up the middle this time, big pile of humanity. Lubbock High does push the pile forward to the 30.
I think Dunkerson pushed the pile forward. He was like the lone Westerner in a pile of Eagles, and he was able just to keep his legs churning and fall forward. Watch this right at the end. Really nice, powerful job right there by Dunkerson. And he just keeps pushing and pushing.
He's really an amazing young man. Little pass on the outside, have a screen set up, got the close to the first down, going to be a little bit short, it looks like. About a yard, but a very nice play. Jose Flores with the catch.
Being a little like a bubble screen out there to Jose Flores, getting a couple other blockers out in front of him. Denzel Robbins being one of those, along with Isaac Lagasse was the other guy. And Flores able to get the corner temporarily, but they got to like this, 3rd and 1. Much better down and distance for Lubbock High.
2 receivers up top, 2 to the near side, split out wide. Up under center comes Torres, and he is hit and driven backwards.
It was actually Dunkerson that came up
it
there
was
underneath
Dunkerson.
center. They tried to catch him on a quarterback sneak with Dunkerson under center, and they didn't trick him.
No.
Dunkerson got hit right in the face mask, and mark him as nothing, no gain, but it almost looked like he actually lost a little bit.
Well, he went the other direction, and that's something we don't see very often with Dunkerson. But the linebacker that filled the hole, Coach, he had a good running start and squared him up right in the chest.
He read the snap count, and I think was not caught by surprise, number 1, slipping that guy up there underneath center. The guy's going to burn this one all the way down and take a timeout to think about what they want to do here on this 4th and 1. It's a big down for Lubbock High.
Timeout on the field. The Lubbock High Westerners wanting to come over here with Coach Rodriguez and the coaching staff and talk it over. Running down pretty good. You know, they got some plays going on. You know, the thing about Abilene, and they've had a great year, but they have lost, a couple. But they played a good schedule, but they've given up a lot of points this year, Coach. They really have.
They have, which is a little bit surprising. I spend some time down in Abilene and got family down in the area, and I catch some of the, the sportscasts and things down there. And had an opportunity to listen to their head coach talk about their team and the sportscasters and all that. And even going back into preseason, they were really high on their offense, really loved their offensive line. I think they had all 5 of them back from a year ago, and so they were really excited about that. And hadn't talked much about their defense, and so maybe you kind of see why. It's a defense that needs to grow a little bit.
4th down, looks like the ball might have been mishandled, but knifing through is the quarterback, Hector Torres. I didn't think that had a chance. He able to fight his way through and worm his way through there and get the 1st down.
I think he actually bobbled the snap.
He did.
And somehow just got it back in his hands and able to find just enough of a crease to literally fall forward and pick up a 1st down.
He's not very big. He can get lost in there. 5'9", 165. Of course, he's about the same size as Zach Reyna, who is out injured tonight. Mike Fullen's the head coach in his 6th season at Abilene. Of course, Juan Rodriguez at Lubbock High in his 3rd. There is Dunkerson, tried to slide past the tackle but couldn't do it. Just got back to the line of scrimmage, and I think that was number 5, Gotti Gomez and Eddie Varela.
Really did a nice job getting across the line of scrimmage that time. Outside zone for Lubbock High, but that penetration across the line of scrimmage actually got to the running back before that pulling lineman had an opportunity to kick that defensive player out. Kind of like an outside linebacker. You see him standing up there on the end of the line of scrimmage.
4 receivers, pump fake, going to try to go deep. Has Torres, he's open, caught it. He's to the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown. What a play for the Lubbock High Westerners. Beautiful pass, a great route, and a great scheme. And Lubbock High is on the board.
They got Abilene High creeping up that time. It was a fake bubble screen. And then Torres faked a little stalk block and then released up the field. And all of Abilene High was charging forward to make the tackle. And a great throw by Hector Torres and a great catch and run there by Derek Torres. And the Westerners on the board cut the lead in half if they can get this extra point.
How great was that? Swinging gate, they'll swing back. Normal set. Ontiveros to kick. He will put it up and he will put it through. 14-7. 2:20 to go here in the 1st quarter. And what a pass, Coach, right there. And really, when he caught it about the 33, there wasn't anybody around.
Yeah, like I said, Abilene High was all charging forward. And Maybe that's a little indication about why they've given up so many points. Overly aggressive run into the first fake, and it was just an absolute perfect execution there by Lubbock High. Derek Torres did a great job of coming down there and acting like he was going to stalk block that defensive back and then just release him past him. You're going to see the pass. You won't see the actual concept with the receivers right there, but you can see over the top, nobody left back there in deep coverage, and easily into the end zone there for Derek Torres. And boy, that's just exactly what Lubbock High needed. And don't forget that fourth down play, bobbled snap, and Hector Torres able to fall forward and get the first down.
That's big.
That's what allowed that touchdown to take place.
63-yard pass and run after the catch. Hector Torres to Derek, and what a job, Derek Torres. Here's the kickoff, and right up through the middle. Here goes Abilene down the other direction, across the 35, the 30, and going to be tackled inside the 30 at around the 27-yard line.
Bryson Perez on that return right there, and boy, I tell you what, the middle of the field parted like the Red Sea. And you can see it right here if you just watch right between the hash marks. There's not a black jersey left, and he splits it. Fortunately, right there, that number 12 for Lubbock High, Josh O'Lanaran, able to catch him and get him down to the ground. A big kickoff return there for the Eagles.
You know, you just wish that Lubbock High could, you know, last week against Monterey they scored, and then they gave a big kick return. Here's a pass to the outside. Lubbock High's there. They got it wrapped up in good shape.
It's great defense that time. They tried to bring Rylan Bradford in behind the stacked three receivers and just tried to outnumber Lubbock High, but unable to do so. And let's see, first one that got there, I didn't get his number, but I know the second one that got there is Charlie Hogan.
Yep, there he is, swinging him around. Good play by Charlie Hogan. They lost 4 yards on that play. H-back up on the left-hand side. Going to fake it, throw the quick outside to try to go to Bradford. Incomplete. Pretty good coverage. And in position that time is number 30 Harrison Alexander.
Trying to isolate their big receiver down here one-on-one. And that one got away from Beal a little bit, sailed high and wide on him out of bounds. There's another great opportunity for this Lubbock High defense. 3rd and about 14 needed right here.
3 receivers up top, 2 in the slot, 1 over here to the near side, the Abilene side. Back to pass. Here is the pass, going to be caught to the 15. Wrestled there at the 10, going to be plenty enough for a first down. And that will move the sticks. The pass completed out there to number 10, Adrian Munoz.
I'll tell you what, the sophomore showed good arm strength right there. You watch him, you're going to zip that ball in there. Perfect throw right on the numbers to Munoz, and able to easily get that first down. They overcome that first down loss of yardage to keep this drive alive.
Picked up 21 yards and a first down. Here he is again, going to throw it over here to the outside. It is caught by Bradford. Well, and it's a touchdown. I got blocked out by the steal here, but it is a touchdown.
Yeah, a little back shoulder fade right there. And we're going outside to him all the way. The cornerback kind of bailed out of there, changing up the coverages. That's number 30, Harrison Alexander out there. He bailed, so that turned it into a back shoulder fade, and well-thrown ball again by Beal. And Ryland easily catches that. Good news is that's his 2 touchdowns. He shouldn't score any more tonight.
That's what he's averaging.
Got 2 a game, so he ought to be finished.
Extra points up and good by Segura, and that will make the lead 21-7 in favor of the Abilene Eagles. And with still 50 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
For Abilene High, you know, they got to be pretty excited about how this sophomore quarterback has stepped in there and run the offense and made some nice throws too. The last 2 throws right there were just perfect, actually, on the big 3rd down conversion, and then that back shoulder throw for the touchdown right there. So they got to be happy with what they're getting out of the quarterback play. Lubbock High. I kind of feel like you survived this first quarter going into this tough wind.
Turn it around in the Western, and it is a stronger wind than we've had in a while. There's the kick. It's going to be out of the back of the end zone. So Lubbock High once again at their own 25-yard line with 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bands are here. I don't know whether you can hear them or not. They'll be performing at halftime, both Abilene and your Westerner band. Someone is knocking on the door. Here come the Westerners. In trouble. Lopez kind of stumbled out of there, coach, and never could get his feet back underneath him.
I think he either turned the wrong direction or the backs went the wrong direction. Just a little mix up right there, and nobody to hand the ball to, so sometimes you just got to eat it, and that's exactly what he did. And I give him credit for that. Didn't try to turn something bad into something that wasn't there, and take your medicine and fall on it, but that sets him behind the chains here after first down.
Eddie Varela is the one that helped him swallow that meal. Coming up here on Fox 34 News Now.
Hey, Chef Gooch here. Each week we're going to be diving into the world of culinary arts, whipping up some delicious dishes that you can master at home. Whether you're just starting out or looking to sharpen your skills, I've got the tips and tricks to help you cook with confidence. So grab your apron and let's get cooking with class.
You see the score there. They just had a presentation down on the field here. They do that at the end of the first quarter every game. And sponsors around town. This one, Gene Messer Ford, with a presentation of looked like $2,500. And that is appreciated, I can tell you, by Lubbock ISD. Lubbock High with the ball. They've got 18 yards needed on third down. Here's a pass incomplete, knocked down.
Got in that unbalanced line formation again and tried to run a little flood route out there to the far side. 3 different levels, shallow, middle, and deep. Well covered that time by Abilene High. And kind of another ball there that honestly Lubbock High is fortunate that it didn't get intercepted.
Ontiveros to punt it away.
You see it right here. Hector Torres rolling to his right, little semi-roll. And again, people right in his face quickly.
Here's the punt, going to be fielded at about the 46-yard line. Makes a move, goes to the outside on the far side. Up the sideline, Bradford again, going to be knocked out of bounds. And Ontiveros had to go over and help seal the deal over there.
It's a big hit, just unfortunately comes way back down the field. And I'll tell you what, Bradford is an impressive-looking athlete.
Bo Davis was over there too. I think it was Bo Davis that was helping out.
Yep, that's who it is. Bo Davis and Ontiveros.
So Abilene in great position after the return by Bradford. If you call the 11-yard line good. Most teams would like to start right there. Good defense by the Westerners right there.
Did a good job. I think they actually sent 2 linebackers through the A gaps, and they got to Joyner quickly. And he actually had to kind of squirm to fall forward to get no gain whatsoever, but avoided a loss. Good aggressive defensive call there by Lubbock High to send those linebackers through the gaps, get to the ball carrier before he had a chance to cut up the field.
2nd down and 10 now for the Eagles. Joyner to the right of his quarterback. 3 receivers over here on the right side. Going to give it to Joyner again. He slips through at the 10 and gets to around the 9-yard line. A pickup of a couple of yards on the play for the Eagles running back. He's a junior.
A little bit of a gap there, but Lubbock High able to get off the block and get down there and get a hand on his ankles to trip him up going through the line of scrimmage. Big opportunity right here for Lubbock High.
3rd down and 8 for the Eagles. Westerners trying to dial up a stop. They're bringing pressure. It gets there. They throw it to the outside, incomplete. And that pressure, coach, they brought right there, that's what caused it.
It was a good job getting to him quickly. Made him get rid of the ball and trying to just get the ball to Bryson Perez there on a quick out from his inside receiver position. But that pressure threw the timing of that route off completely, and Lubbock High indeed kind of stops at least giving up a touchdown. See if see if Segura can get it through the uprights for 3 points for Abilene High, but that's a win for the Lubbock High defense.
Rylan Stokes, the senior, he's a backup quarterback. He is the holder. Good snap. Kick is on its way, and it is good. We'll take the timeout. 24-7. Abilene Eagles lead the Lubbock High Westerners here on Fox 34.
You're watching Lubbock High football on LISD TV. Let's go!
Pretty cool. Check this out, Aubrey.
Oh, yeah. Lincoln, come look at this.
Oh, I'm commenting on it right now.
There's lots to love, there's lots to share and to say about our content, so make sure to follow Lubbock ISD TV.
"24-7. You can see just from watching the Abilene Eagles why coaches really in the league in District 25A thought that the Eagles would have a really good shot at being the champion again this year and repeating. Of course, they have a great history, great tradition at Abilene High in football. Lubbock High does too. It goes back quite a ways. Here's a pooch kick, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Lubbock High.
Oh, Davis is able to get to it just enough to kind of let it bounce off of him to get out of bounds. But that's one of those pooch kicks, especially with the way the wind is blowing tonight, that hard to catch, hard to judge it. And ball gets down on the ground, does crazy things. Unfortunately for Lubbock High right there, Bo Davis able to get it knocked out of bounds, and they get the possession there at the 31-yard line.
Hector Torres at quarterback. He's number 13, and to his right, on his right side, is Braden Dunkerson. Now motion from Flores. He'll turn up, rolling right, pressure coming, throw back. Great idea. Try to bring Dunkerson back across in front, and he just had such pressure on him, he had to get rid of it and was not accurate.
It's a good call. Screen play.
Yeah.
But Davion Bogani for Abilene High basically got through the line of scrimmage untouched. Obviously, offensive linemen kind of want him to get through there on a screen pass, but not quite that quick. Hector Torres had no chance to set his feet and deliver that ball back to Dunkerson. Because of that pressure, ends up just being an incomplete pass.
Lagasse over here on the near side. He's the single receiver. Now motion from Dunkerson. Throw it deep again. This was going to be overthrown. Pretty good arm, though, from Torres. Trying to go to Lagasse, but overthrew him.
There may have been some confusion there on the route between Lagasse and Dunkerson. They wrote Dunkerson out there in motion behind Lagasse, and it seemed like there was a little question about which one of them was supposed to go inside and which one outside. He ended up Lagasse almost stopped in the middle of his route, therefore could not catch up to that ball thrown deep down the field.
Well, part of that equation for Hector Torres is he didn't have a lot of time to wait on you to figure it out. He's got to get the ball in the air because he has had lots of pressure. Here's Duncan, flares out of the backfield. Pressure again. He takes a huge hit down the middle. That can't feel good, but he's helped right up back to Abilene. Helps him up, but that's one of those that'll turn your helmet around.
I'll tell you what, he got, talk about standing in the pocket. He did. Paid the price right there. A lot of courage. Ended up trying to get it to Lagasse there on a deep post pattern, but you're going to see it right here.
What's this?
That's
Boom.
the middle linebacker coming through there. And there's one thing, I don't know a lot about football, but one thing I do know is when linebackers get to run untouched, they usually hurt people.
Famoa 33 was the one. Here's the kick with the wind now. Going to take a high bounce, picked up at the 24-yard line. And then hit, and good job. Well, he breaks away. And going to go out of bounds on the far side of the field. Good coverage by Lubbock High and a good punt by Ontiveros.
Flip the field a little bit.
9:53 left to go here in the first half of the ball game. 24-7 Eagles. They've got it back at their own 33-yard line.
Lubbock High's done a pretty good job all in all as far as stopping the run. Abilene High's had one play on that option. Bryson Perez got 16 yards, but other than that, they have done a good job of containing the running game. And I know this offensive line really thought that they could run block very, very well based on last year's results.
There's a pass to Ryland Bradford. Just put it up there, and his big, strong hands went up to get it.
That's exactly right. Wasn't bad coverage over there. Again, that's number 30 for Lubbock High, which is Harrison Alexander, in pretty good shape. But Ryland Bradford high pointed the ball, went up and caught it. And it's tough to get him down for sure.
And all the way to the Lubbock High 29. Pass over here to the near side. Falling backwards, makes the catch. Had to contort his body to make that catch, and a really good job by Adrian Munoz.
20 yards on that one. A nice adjustment to that ball in the air, catching it over his shoulder. Just did a real good job of following it, tracking it with his eyes, and watching it into his hands.
Get to the running back, straight ahead inside the 10 to the 9, maybe the 8. Let's see where they put it down. Looks like they're going to put it down at the 8.
Another good job right there in the middle of that defensive line for Lubbock High. I mean, there's nothing there. Like you said, Ethan Joyner, he's a good running back, but he has had no room to run thus far.
They'll try him again, and he is swallowed up.
Acuna, 57.
Acuna, yeah. What a play. Good job by Joseph Acuna.
Well, he may not be a linebacker, but he went through untouched, and he delivered a little pain as well. It was a great job, and I think really stacking the middle part of this defensive line, walking their linebackers up into the gaps, and I think it's really kind of confusing this offensive line for Abilene High.
Joyner to the left-hand side. Going to throw this one. And going to be overthrown. That looked like one of those fades to the corner right there. And somebody messed it up.
That's exactly what it was. The route concept, see so many people try to run. That outside receiver runs some kind of a short pattern. Inside receiver on the old flag pattern. And that was just a nice job by the defensive backs of Lubbock High, kind of passing those two routes off They left the short route to the safety, and the cornerback fell back underneath that flag rat, made it a real tough throw, and basically just sailed out of the back of the end zone, setting up another field goal opportunity for Abilene High.
It's going to be from the 18-yard line, a 28-yard field goal, and it is good once again. 27-7. The Westerner defense with some really good plays there, hold them to a field goal. 8:07 to go in the first half. Welcome back once again to Plains Capital Park, Lowry Field. David Thetford along with Coach Randy Dean. And Coach, the Eagles come up with a field goal there, but I got to tell you, there were some really nice plays by this Westerner defense.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good concept. Like I said, they're kind of stacking the interior part of the line, the middle part of the line, walking linebackers up. And so far it's really stifled this Abilene High running game. And again, kind of going back to some of the things I heard in the news broadcast down in Abilene, they really thought highly of their offensive line to be able to create running lanes. Lubbock High is taking it away here in this first half.
Here's another pooch kick. Going to be fair caught at the 30-yard line. Good job there. Moved up a little bit from the previous kick. That's Bo Davis who got up there and made that fair catch. .807 left to go at the Lubbock High 30-yard line. Love to see him go get a score here, Coach.
Would be huge. Nothing else confidence-wise, but obviously kind of crawl back in the game a little bit as well.
Dunkerson pops it outside. He's going to be spun around and taken down. Going to lose a little bit on the play.
Another real nice job by this stand-up defensive end out here for Abilene High. Like maybe it's number 20, Eddie Varela. But he did a great job attacking with his inside shoulder, kept his outside shoulder and leg free. So when Dunkerson tried to bounce to the outside, he's just able to play that block and make the tackle right there, throwing him for a 2-yard loss.
Take it down in 12 now for Lubbock High. Hector Torres will bring Robbins in motion from the near side of the far. Going to throw it out to Robbins, has a blocker in front, tries to get around the corner, going to be pushed out of bounds rather abruptly.
Defensive back out there for Abilene High again. That's number 10. He's done a nice job all night. Adrian Munoz. He was able just to stand up that blocker that was designed to hopefully get a little bit of movement on him. You'll see him fighting through right there, able to stand that blocker up, and then that allows a pursuit to get out there and throw Robbins, I guess. He actually went backwards for another yard. So Robbins has 3 catches, but all of them resulted in negative yardage so far.
We're just counting catches, Coach. He's just a sophomore. Here's Torres. Had a little time there. Good job by the offensive line to hold them out. But, you know, when you've been having to have a hair trigger, it's hard to say Well, it looks like I've got a little time back here.
Exactly. Yeah. Tell him to stand in there and hold on to it just a little bit longer.
Because they keep running over me.
And, you know, honestly, I mean, if he could have it, but, I mean, his clock gets sped up. Those people in there hitting him in the face mask, that'll speed you up. And if he could have held on to it a little bit, Derek Torres was breaking free there on that post pattern, deep middle. But hard to fault the quarterback with some of the hits he's taking.
Ontiveros will kick the ball. Going to take a Westerner bounce now sideways at the 31. Ball back to the Abilene Eagles.
It'll be interesting to see if if Lubbock High continues with this idea of walking those two linebackers up there into the gaps and see if they can continue to control the middle part of the line.
Abilene back with the ball, 6:54. They're trying to coach to establish a little bit of a run.
Great play there by Jeremiah Acuna, inside linebacker right there. And I tell you, he saw that and came downhill in a hurry and made the tackle on Joyner after about a 1-yard gain. That was a great play. That's exactly the way linebacker's supposed to play. You see him right there. Shoot the gap.
Yep.
Make
the
play.
play. Good job. Pass to the outside. Caught it around the 37. Hustled out of bounds over here on the near side. Once again on the reception is number 7, Bryson Perez.
About 10 yards there on that play, and just a quick hitch to the outside receiver.
And again, now the other side. This is what Abilene likes to do, side to side.
That time they went back to Ryland Bradford on the other side. Little stay pass, blocker out in front. And pretty good job rallying the ball by Lubbock High. I guess we actually got a flag. That one's going to come all the way back.
Been a while. Penalty will move the ball back to the 37-yard line. 1st and 15 now for the Eagles. Going to hand the ball this time to a slot receiver. He'll be spun around, breaks away from the tackle, still going. With the carry that time, Jaden Jackson, the junior wide receiver.
Would be a pass play, David. They tossed it forward, a little jet sweep action right there. Get 8 yards on the play. Good pursuit by Lubbock High to get to him, and they stretch that all the way to the sideline where a gang of Westerners could get there and get him down to the ground.
Two receivers over here to the near side. H-back on the left-hand side.
Right guard move that time.
Number 67, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Guess you got to do push-ups if you move. On the right guard did the push-ups. There's a quick pass. Lubbock High brought a little pressure that time. Intended out there for number 10, Adrian Munoz.
Inside receiver in that twin set trying to run a little 10-yard out pattern, but that pressure up the middle again gets through the offensive line. Abilene High makes Tristan Beal get rid of the ball quicker than he wanted to. And here opportunity for Lubbock High, 3rd and about 8.
4 receiver package, 2 to either side. 3rd down and 8 for the Abilene Eagles. Looked like they jumped again. Bills gets away from the pressure, throws it up the field, incomplete. Knocked out of there. Good defense by the Lubbock High Westerners. Alexandro Sanchez was there for Lubbock High.
Good coverage. They were trying to get the ball on a little drag route to number 10, Adrian Munoz, all the way across the field, maybe a little bit of scramble drill. You see coverage on his back right there by 20 for Lubbock High, and then the other guy that made the play was Charlie Hogan coming in there and making a big hit to jar the ball loose.
Here's the punt. And it's going to come over here to the near side and go out of bounds. Punter is John Miles Wagstaff, number 11. I think that's the first punt on the night for the Eagles. You see Charlie Hogan over there. He's a little fired up. He was a part of that. They held him up. Alexandro Sanchez did, and Hogan was right there. He's the guy that brought the hammer that knocked the ball loose.
Lubbock High's got to be pretty pleased with the way the defense has played, all in all. Right there, getting a quick stop to get off the field.
Dunkerson right side. Be bitten down pretty hard there. One of the guys that was on top of that pile was Ryan Esparza. Also number 21, Trey Shaw.
The inside zone play right there, and a little bit of a crease. Dunkerson hit it, but all he could out of it, 3 yards. But tell you, the Lubbock High offense, 3 yards in a cloud of dust is not bad for them if they can keep moving the chains. But every down needs to be positive gain for them.
Second down and 7 for the Westerners. They're going to reverse it, coming around this near side, and Abilene High stretched it out, and they've got good speed.
Toss that one backwards. It would be a running play there for Denzel Robbins. It's kind of the same result. It has been unfortunate for him. You can see Lubbock High making a concerted effort to get him the ball tonight. But here we're going to see him coming around behind, and pursuit's going to get to him and end up losing a couple of yards on the play.
Well, it's a good scheme. Abilene, every time, all the guys are looking for Dunkerson. He gets most of the carries for the Westerners. He's a good running back. So that time they fake it to him and then bring the slot man back around in Robbins. But speed makes up for a lot of things. Back to pass, Torres, middle screen. It's caught. Breaks a tackle. Ball comes out.
Lubbock High's going to get on it. This will be 4th down. Boy, that was a great call right there. They took Dunkerson and motioned him out of the backfield and then went tunnel screen to him, coming back underneath everything. And that play had a real chance. If it weren't for number 20 for Abilene High, Eddie Varela, this play had a real chance. Now 4th and 1 for Lubbock High.
Going to go for it from their own 42-yard line. At least they're showing like it. 12 on the shot on the play clock. They snap it. Torres going to throw it. Incomplete. Got a chance.
It's no time again.
Yeah.
Then, of course,
you got to get rid of it.
Well, 4th and 1, and Abilene High's thinking run up the middle, so they're bringing extra guys right up the gut, and got to Torres just about the time the snap got to him. He just had to try to throw it in the area where he was hoping Derek Torres was breaking into, and just couldn't really step into it and deliver a good, strong throw. Ends up turning the ball over on downs right there. That's tough right there. Again, 4th and 1. Abilene High is probably more sold out to stopping Dunkerson on a dive play, and next thing you know, they're right back there in the quarterback's lap.
2:39 left here in the first half. Abilene with the ball at the Lubbock High 42-yard line. Going to swing it to the outside and lose yardage. Great job. And out there making the play, Bryson Garza, who we highlighted before the game.
Great play right there. They saw that little bubble screen or stay pass to the receiver, and he got through a little bit of traffic and drops the receiver for actually loss of yardage.
Lost 1 on the play, 2nd and 11. Give it to Robbins in the backfield. He'll get across the 40 and be marked down at around the 38-yard line. That may be his best run of the game.
Actually, it is. Ties it anyway. A couple of 4-yard gains. His first carry and his last carry been 4 yards each. Or the first one was 4 and that one was 4. Again, credit this Lubbock High defense. They've been pretty scrappy.
And the throw it outside, caught, stepping away, has the first down. Now, if they let it be back where they threw him to, then it won't be, but it's going to be a first down. On the receiving end that time, Adrian Munoz.
He's kind of been their second go-to guy. That time he was the inside receiver, ran a little hitch pattern, and good throw that time by Bill.
Bill's done a good job, just a sophomore. He's in for the injured quarterback. Pass is incomplete, trying to go to his running back out of the backfield.
They went empty set that time. Tried to get Joyner out there on that hitch pattern. A little high. Joyner from here doesn't look like he's a particularly tall young man. That one got over his head.
He's in the pistol formation now behind his quarterback. He's got the ball running up through the middle, going to be inside the 25. His head fell off. Mark him at the 22-yard line. That's his biggest run of the day.
That different formation that time. He'd been having him running back sitting right beside the quarterback that time in that pistol formation. Little confusion in the backfield. Bumped into each other, but he found a better running lane that time.
Picked up 8. 52 seconds left to go here in the first half. New running back in the ball game. He's not going to get it. They're going to hit out here on the outside. Bradford, he's in trouble. He's going down. Great job by the Westerners. Alexandro Sanchez and Josh Olanaran.
Good time Bradford wanted the home run and really and truly had the opportunity to kind of get behind his pads and go get that first down, but instead retreated a little bit. Actually lost a yard on that reception. So here, big fourth down play.
11 seconds, 10 seconds. They may let it run out. No, they're going to hurry.
Maybe looking field goal.
Look, they're going to get the playoff. They're not, unless they call the timeout. They did call a timeout. All right, we'll take the timeout too. 27-7. We're almost to halftime here on Fox 34 News Now. All right, back to the action. Abilene's ready to go. Twin receivers up top and over here to the near side. We thought they might try the field goal. They're going to try to go for the touchdown. Back to pass. Looking in the end zone. Deep ball overthrown. Of course, they were trying to go to their favorite receiver, Ryland Bradford, and it is incomplete, and that will take us to the end of the second quarter. Coach, there are a lot of good things that Lubbock High did tonight so far.
I think Lubbock High's got to be pleased with their defense and managed to kind of hang in there and actually, put some stops together here in this first half as well. So Big effort by the defense. I like what they're doing, bringing those linebackers up into the gaps and, maybe getting more people in there than Abilene High can get blocked.
Well, you want to stay tuned here at halftime. Lubbock ISD TV 12 always has a lot of interesting programming that they'll be bringing to you. We'll be back with some highlights and the stats. Coach Dean does a good job of keeping up with those as well as commentating on the game. So we'll have all that for you. Both bands will be performing here at halftime. Score 27-7. The Abilene High Eagles lead the Lubbock High Westerners here on Fox 34 News Now.
You're watching Lubbock High football on Lubbock ISD TV. Let's ride.
Welcome to Highlights. I'm Erin Gregg, joined by our production team of Lubbock ISD TV students. Connecting our campuses to build school pride is one way we keep our students interested and involved, and homecoming is a great time to do that. During the Westerners homecoming events, Hutchinson and Cavazos Middle Schools got involved to help strengthen the Lubbock High feeder pattern bond. Let's watch.
In support of Lubbock High's homecoming week, we are making mums and garters if they choose, so they can wear at the game, they can wear here on Spirit Days, and they can wear to our pep rally on Friday.
I'm putting bells and footballs and Go Lubbock High.
I like everything about it because you can be creative with anything and all the options and varieties of everything that you have.
We started it last year and it was incredible, and we've doubled the number this year. So our turnout is huge. We kind of mentioned mums and homecoming, and lots of students didn't know what that entailed. So we're also taking the opportunity to give them that experience with the project. I think it's so important for them to feel pride in LISD as a whole, and to experience that, go to the games, know what Lubbock High is like.
Because we're going to end up being a Westerner one day, so they could do well in their games and they feel like they have supporters.
I think it's important to connect with them because they have a really big part on our school, and they're an IB school too. So
how you want it to be. I grew up going to a small school, and so my whole school went to the pep rally. I know LISD is really working hard to work with their feeder patterns and get everybody involved and have that same kind of school spirit.
Today we're greeting the Cavazos middle schoolers. It's homecoming week, so we're showing them a little spirit.
I think it's important because it shows them a perspective of what our high school is like for the future if they go on to Lubbock High. And a lot of people don't even know that it's homecoming, so getting to see a different side of what high school is like, so I think that's pretty fun.
Especially because I went to middle school at Cavazos, so it's really important that we get these Cavazos kids to not only want to come to Lubbock High, but to also be involved in the cheer program and the pom program. It just helps create a stronger sense of community between the schools. I hope they remember our spirit, and I hope they come to the game tonight and see all of us on the sideline and just kind of remember us being there and being a part of the community for them.
Alejas Anaya is with us in studio today, and he is our Lubbock High School Orchestra Director, but also the newly named co-director of a pretty cool community group. So Alejas, thank you for being with us today.
Of course, my pleasure, Aaron. Nice to see you again.
Well, right back at you. You are a well-known musician in the Lubbock community, not only the longtime Lubbock High School Orchestra Director, also playing the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra.
Yes, yes, yes.
But recently you were named co-director of the Lubbock Civic Orchestra. So tell us a little bit about what that group is about and what they are.
Well, first I want to mention that Dr. Ryan Smith was the one responsible for beginning the group a number of years ago, along with Blair Williams from Texas Tech University. And they just, they saw a need in Lubbock that we have so many musicians in the community that don't necessarily play in, for example, Lubbock Symphony, or maybe get to sing in Lubbock Chorale, or, in all the maybe top performing ensembles. So they saw that there was a need there, and it grew so quickly from just even the first year. I think the response was wonderful, and now we're a full orchestra. We're filled out in all the sections. We could still use some cello players and some viola players.
That's right.
But I think we're pretty much filled out for everybody. The response has been great. So we've got current teachers that teach in not only Lubbock ISD, but I think even some surrounding districts that come and play with us. We've got architects, engineers, all sorts of people, tech professors, and I think we were talking earlier, and we discovered there were at least 10 Lubbock ISD teachers, including yourself, that are in the group itself. So it's really been wonderful to work with the adult population that still has all this passion with music, and they get to come, once a week and explore that, and just to be a part of that is it's a big honor for me and Ryan, and I'm so happy and proud to be able to serve in that capacity.
Yeah, and I love the fact that there are a lot of teachers that play in the group, because it's a way for them also, who don't get a lot of opportunities to play their instruments when they're teaching class all day, to get to play something and have fun.
Yeah, even as music teachers, the kids are playing and we're trying to help them out, and to be able to go home and then say, okay, now it's my turn. And it's also gratifying because I obviously conducted my job with the kids at Lubbock High, and it's just different because a lot of that is teaching, and you have to introduce certain concepts about ensemble playing, and a million other things. But with the adults, a lot of them are also music teachers. It's that I know that this has to go this way, and it's really gratifying to be able to say, hey, let's try this, and everybody responds, and everybody's watching, and it's just really gratifying. Probably one of my favorite things I get to do outside of school. So.
Well, we have a concert coming up soon.
Yes, we do.
On October 29th at Buddy Holly Hall in the Crickets Theater. Tell us about the programming and why people should come.
First of all, I think it's great that we're going to be in Buddy Holly Hall. I think we had been having concerts at Texas Tech Allen Theater, and it's a wonderful venue, but it's so large. I think the Buddy Holly Hall is going to be a little bit more intimate, a little bit more connection with the crowd. But, it's a Halloween program, obviously. I believe it's on Tuesday the 29th. Tuesday the 29th at 7:30, yeah. And so, of course, we're not just playing straight up Halloween music, but, music from certain movies. We're playing some Harry Potter stuff, some Spider-Man stuff, How to Train Your Dragon, but also some more classically appropriate, some Berlioz, Symphonie Fantastique. The fourth movement of that is really cool. Also playing a really cool piece called Danzón No. 2 by Marquez. That is not a Halloween piece, but it is very danceable, very, very fun, fun way to end the program. And also, we are quite lucky to have Texas Tech violin professor Annie Shalix-Boyle. She's going to be performing Saint-Saëns' Dance Macabre with Switches, a piece that features solo violin, who represents, of course, the skeleton that kind of escapes at midnight, and they have a great time, frolicking in the graveyard until the morning. And so that's going to be a great piece as well.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a free concert. October 29th. There's also a costume contest for kids and adults alike.
For kids and adults alike, yes. Bring all your best stuff, and yeah, it's going to be really fun.
That's right. Well, for more information, people can visit the website, which is LubbockCivicOrchestra.com.
Yes.
But there's also a Facebook page that has lots of great information. So thanks for being with us and sharing some information about the Lubbock Civic Orchestra.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Now, let's go on location with Ivan Menares.
Thanks, Aaron. We're here today at Roscoe Wilson Elementary School, where second grade teacher Miss Megan Hodge put on a cancer awareness walk to support one of her students.
Livy, look! So Olivia is currently battling kidney cancer, and Roscoe Wilson decided to host a walk.
And Ms. Hodge is going to be at the back.
To not only raise awareness of childhood cancer, but also to support her.
Will the teacher be in front of you?
I organized and worked closely with Mrs. Stevens, our principal, to get this walk organized, and we took donations, and so our whole school's out here supporting her today. We have our pre-K walking around the pre-K playground. We have kindergarten through second grade walking around Roscoe Wilson, and we have third through fifth grade walking around Wagner Park.
It's just awesome. Roscoe Wilson is a family to us. I grew up going to Roscoe Wilson. Both kids have gone to Roscoe, and it's just another family, and it feels so good to be loved by them.
Our Roscoe Wilson parents and families are so supportive. I mean, we sent out one flyer, and the very next day we had donations, we had letters, a lot of students made cards. Our families at Roscoe Wilson are very involved, and so we're really thankful for them.
This all started back in April, and since then we've had several inpatient as well as outpatient chemo sessions. We'll be doing it until December, but her energy has maintained of all-time high throughout all of this. It doesn't seem to affect her at all. She has a great attitude. She was excited to shave her head in the beginning, and she just has all the energy in the world, which is a huge blessing.
Unfortunately, Olivia hasn't been able to attend any days of school this year. Hopefully we're able to have her back in the classroom in January. She really has kept up the positivity. She really is a tough cookie, and every time I've met her and talked with her, she's been smiling and happy and very positive outlook.
I wanted to thank Roscoe. This is just such a huge blessing, and we just love the support, and we can't be more blessed.
I'm just so thankful for everyone who came out to support. I mean, students, families, all the staff at Roscoe Wilson. I couldn't have done it without them. And I know about everybody knows somebody with cancer, and so I just wanted to come out and make sure that Olivia knows that she's supported. And so I thought, how can I support her? And I thought this was a great way and a great month to do that.
It's not just the students and staff here at Roscoe Wilson, but everybody at Lubbock ISD that wishes Olivia Dean a speedy recovery. Back to you, Erin.
Thanks, Ivan. We look forward to Olivia rejoining her classmates at Roscoe Wilson. Rewarding teachers for all they do is one part of the One Class at a Time program, but there's also a second piece. We'll share more about this partnership just ahead. You're watching highlights on Lubbock ISD TV. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Highlights. We are fortunate to have many partners who recognize our staff for their outstanding work. Phyllis Underwood joins us now with one of those partners.
Diane, welcome.
Well, thanks. It's great to be here.
You
I
have
love
been here
this.
before.
I have.
You are tied to one of our fantastic partners, KCBD Television. One of our favorites is One Class at a Time. So
Yes.
tell our viewers about it.
Well, One Class at a Time really started as an idea from our partners, Frontier Dodge and Spirit Chrysler, Spirit
Right.
Automotive. They were looking for something to do, and I'll share that I have a teaching certificate. I taught school for 3 years, and I just wanted to find a way to help teachers. I know that teachers spend a lot of their own money out of their own pocket. So anyway, they had this idea. They wanted to do something, and we took that idea to them. And we've been doing this, and we were trying to talk. I think we've been doing this for 10 years.
Long time,
A
yeah.
long time. So We honor one teacher every month, and then that teacher receives $500. And as part of that, we have a spirit of giving back, and we ask them to select a nonprofit, and that nonprofit receives $500. We honor 9 teachers a year, starting in September, going through May. And I think
9 agencies.
And I think it's very special that they are honored.
You know, we've interviewed Frontier Dodge and Spirit Auto, and love those guys and what they do for us.
They do.
Well, now, does it always come out on a Tuesday night, or does it vary depending? Okay.
It airs generally the last Tuesday of the month.
Okay.
Sometimes we take a little bit of flexibility. If there's 5 Tuesdays in a month, we may air that on the 4th Tuesday or the 5th Tuesday. But it first airs in our 6P News on Tuesday night, and then it airs again on Wednesday morning. And Angie Wynn, who hosts it and does a beautiful job, she runs that again in her show on Wednesday morning the next day.
Okay, very good. Well, and tell our viewers, how can you, what's the nomination process?
So
Tell
if
us
you
about
go to the KCBD website, there's a section called Contest, and you just click on that, and you can look down and see one class at a time. And we're always looking for nominations. It's really hard to pick. I'm going to tell you, there are some times that we have 4 or 5 that we're looking at going, every one of these is good. And I know there are wonderful teachers that we're missing, and we want to make sure that we're honoring those teachers, because they don't maybe get that recognition anywhere else.
Recognition, don't they?
So, yeah, absolutely.
Well, we want to ask our viewers to be sure and check out KCBD, and like Diane said, under the contest section. Again, we so appreciate KCBD being a strong partner for Lubbock ISD.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in the studio today.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you again to KCBD and the Frontier and Spirit dealerships. If you would like to become one of our partners, you can contact Phyllis with the information on your screen. And you can check out our past partner stories online at LubbockISDTV.com. Coming up on the calendar, we want to remind families of our Magnet and Specialty Campus open houses. McKenzie Middle School will hold their open house on Wednesday, October 30th, and Estacado High School has theirs on Thursday, November 7th. You can find the complete schedule online at LubbockISD.org. Our Board of Trustees meets on Thursday, October 17th. Meetings start at 7 a.m. and they're held in the boardroom at Central Office. We also broadcast our meetings live here on Lubbock ISD TV, and we stream them on our Lubbock ISD YouTube channel. Stay up to date with everything Lubbock ISD by downloading our app. It has a lot of updated features to help keep you connected with the district and your student's campus. Our app is free and easy to download. Just search for Lubbock ISD in the App Store or Google Play. Thank you for joining us today. We'll be back next week to highlight more great opportunities only in Lubbock ISD.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.
This production is powered by the students and staff of Lubbock ISD TV. Want to see more of our work? Visit our website at LubbockISDTV.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lubbock_ISD.
Parsons Elementary hosted Science Night featuring Dr. Brilliant. Families enjoyed several different demonstrations, and Dr. Brilliant even invited some of the Plainsmen to join him at the experiment table.
Today was a wonderful invitation to kind of come back to some old roots of sharing science experiments with kiddos, and it was fun.
At Wheelock Elementary, 5th grade art students are focusing on international cultures. For one project, the Plainsmen are creating sushi out of pieces of clay. To give them some inspiration, United Supermarkets visited campus to do some sushi making demonstrations. Kindergartners at Smith Elementary celebrated Color Week. It's a campus tradition going back more than 30 years. To wrap up their learning, the stars took part in Blackout Day, focused on key skills in a blacklight environment. 3rd graders at Smith wrapped up a fun animal unit in Amplify with a special guest. A biology professor from South Plains College visited with the stars, and she brought some interesting animals that connected with the students' learning. 6th graders at McCool Academy hosted their first exhibition night of the year with Cold Case Chronicles. The astronauts showcased their work as amateur detectives. The students worked together to study real-life cold files. Then, they crafted evidence boards, timelines, and created insightful podcasts to share their findings.
How are you?
Shout out to Alliance Credit Union for recognizing Parsons Elementary teacher Shanae Moore.
For the 2024-2025 school year, Alliance is giving away $1,000 to a teacher every month.
This is life-changing money for a teacher in a lot of ways, and very helpful for my kids and for me as well. So thank y'all, and thank you for supporting teachers and educators.
Lubbock High School hosted a Spurs parade ahead of their matchup with Monterey High School, and LHS invited their feeder schools to participate. Students from Cavazos Middle School and Ramirez Elementary made signs and marched with the Westerners. Now you're in the loop with Lubbock ISD.
Hey Pops. Hey Mom.
Hey Dad.
Hi Mom, I want to say something to you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Having you in the stands mean the world to me.
But I need to ask you something. Hello.
It's important, so listen up. I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with respect for others. I will not let my opponent become my enemy. I will not cheat or cut corners.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way. That means I play with the control of self. I will slow my anger down. I will act based on my standards.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way. That means I play with a spirit of competition.
I will prepare myself inside and out.
I will bounce back when I get knocked down. I will compete with the passion to be my absolute best.
So my question for you is this. Will you commit to support me the Texas way?
That means having my back. It means cheering loudly, but it doesn't mean putting other people down.
It doesn't mean yelling at the ref.
It doesn't mean letting your passion become a distraction.
You say it, Coach says it too.
My actions are about more than just me. It's about representing the name on the front of my jersey and the name on the back.
It's about more than the scoreboard. It's about using sports to become all that I can become.
And having fun while doing it.
Couldn't do it without you, and I wouldn't want to.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way.
I made a commitment to the Texas way.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
Will you make it with me?
Pretty cool. Check this out, Aubrey.
Oh, yeah. Lincoln, come look at this.
Oh, I'm commenting on it right now.
There's lots to love, there's lots to share and to say about our content, so make sure to follow Lubbock ISD TV.
You're watching Lubbock High football on Lubbock ISD TV. Let's ride.
Welcome back to Plains Capital Park, Lowry Field. The Lubbock High Westerners marching band just finishing up their part of the halftime show, and then the Abilene Eagles did a little earlier, 27-7. Here at halftime, the Eagles lead it. David Thetford along with Randy Dean. And let's take a look at some highlights from the first half. Lubbock High did some good things defensively and also offensively. Here we go. I think we're good. Well, maybe we're not. I'm ready. All right, we're good. We can talk. We can just talk. All right, let's take a look at the highlights now. Here's Abilene's got really some great skill players, and they started out the game. You were thinking, oh no, coach, they had 2 plays, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that one came on a little reverse play and actually counted as a pass. And here's the second play. To their big receiver right there, Rylan Bradford. He really kind of shows off a little bit right there. Great last move to get back into the end zone. And you're right, 14-0, and they'd only run 2 plays. Fortunately for Lubbock High, and credit to Lubbock High, they got to where they were slowing them down a little bit more. We missed the Lubbock High touchdown, but it was a beautiful play right there. Derek Torres on a big 62-yard touchdown. And here again, they go back to their receiver, Bradford, a little back shoulder fade play.
Bradford kind of reminds me of Crabtree at Tech.
A little bit, yeah.
He's got big, strong hands, a big body, and
yeah, you see a lot of similarities. That sure can.
But anyway, 27-7. Coach, what do you got as far as halftime stats?
Yeah, kind of like you would expect. Abilene High ends up putting 254 total yards up. I had them down for 10 first downs in that first half. 220 yards through the air. I think the thing that probably Abilene High is disappointed in is only 34 yards on the ground.
Yeah.
And it'd be interesting to see if they make some adjustments. I think Lubbock High did some good things, walking linebackers up and really plug in the middle of the line of scrimmage. Probably saw a tendency out of Lubbock High, or out of Abilene High, that's where they like to run the ball. And so they were determined to take that away and did a good job of it. But 254 total yards for Abilene High. Ethan Joyner, their top running back, he only had 18 yards on 8 carries. In the receiving department, Rylan Bradford, he's got a big game going, 5 catches for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he also gets credit for throwing a touchdown pass. That first reverse, he actually tossed it forward to Bryson Perez, and so it goes down as a pass completion for Bradford. Playing a sophomore quarterback, he didn't have a bad first half by any means. So pretty good stats there for Abilene High. Lubbock High, they ended up with just 4 first downs in that first half. Braden Dunkerson, 11 carries for 25 yards, leading ground gainer. And Braden Dunkerson also, actually Derek Torres is the leading receiver, 1 catch for 62 yards and a touchdown. Lubbock High had 77 yards through the air and 25 yards on the ground for a total of 102 yards.
Teams are back on the field, and we are just about set to start the second half of the ball game. After a great halftime here of the bands, and of course what you got to watch on Lubbock ISD here on Fox 34 News Now, Lubbock ISD TV, and those packages they put together every week to for the halftime show. It's everybody's black and gold. Telling you, I get confused when I'm watching them. Who's got the all black on? It's Lubbock High that's got the all black uniforms on, white numerals, and then the Abilene Eagles with white jerseys and black pants. That's Lubbock High we're looking at. And those white helmets, I'm used to those gold helmets, Coach, that they wear all the time.
Yeah, it's a little different look for Lubbock High with those white helmets.
All right, Lubbock High will be kicking off, but they've got the wind here in the third quarter. Always said to take the wind early. That kick's going to go down the sideline and out of bounds.
Tavares hit a little duck hook that time off his left foot. Set Abilene High a pretty good field position, 30-yard line to begin this drive. I'm curious to see now as Abilene makes an adjustment in their running game and maybe even tries to pound it a little bit. I'm just guessing with the type of numbers that they put up on the scoreboard in other games that they're not particularly pleased with their offensive performance in that first half.
I'm guessing that's true. You look at Jeremiah Acuna there, number 19. He's got one stripe sock on and one with leg without a stripe. 1st and 10, Abilene. They were setting the pistol. Now they'll bring their joiner up by the quarterback and throw a quick hitter on the outside. Lubbock High's got him right at the 35-yard line. Good job defensively. Pass is complete out there to Camp Churchill.
Another nice job out here by Josh O'Lanaran for Lubbock High. He's gone in there and played that cornerback position. Markel Wynn got hurt on that very first offensive play for Lubbock High, has not returned. O'Lanaran has done a nice job out here at the cornerback position.
There's the give in the backfield. Robbins going to get the first down as he gets across the 40. Charlie Hogan up to make the stop.
He did kind of make a little adjustment that time, went a little more outside as opposed to right up the middle. And Lubbock High wasn't in bad position, kind of missed a tackle right at the line of scrimmage, but able to get ahead for that first down in the second half.
I think you're right. They're trying to run the ball. Here's Robbins, breaks it across the 50, the 45, the 40, and taken out of bounds. Over here, Alexandro Sanchez with the stop.
Yeah, that's the longest gain by far right there. Is that Joyner that's carrying it?
Yeah,
23?
it's Joyner.
19 yards and another first down on that one.
And all the way to the Lubbock 40-yard line. Joyner again moves to the right. Quick hitch outside again. Caught. Good job defensively again. It's O'Lanaran, coach, once again. He's really making plays.
Yeah, nice job right there. It's threw that little stay pass out here to the short side of the field to Bryson Perez. And it's a good job really by two defenders right there. O'Lanaran's going to get credit for the tackle, but the other one was Joe Rosendo that also came up and took the blocker out.
Only picked up one. Second down and 9. Here's pressure in the backfield, but he gets away from it. Splits the defense, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Going to be drug out of bounds. O'Lanaran once again. But really a nice run right there all the way down to around the 8-yard line by Bryson Perez.
Get 33 yards. It's going to go down as a pass play. Tossed it forward right there. Turns into the jet sweep. And that one missed tackle right there, he was able to get away from, I believe it was maybe number 9, Garza. And that allowed him to get to the second and third level all the way down to the 7-yard line.
First and goal from the 7. Give it in the backfield. There's their wide receiver at running back, Ryland Bradford. I'd give it to him, too. He's a big, strong guy.
Yeah, I did notice that he was like their second leading rusher. Didn't know exactly how he got it, but obviously maybe they line him up at running back and give him opportunities there. Certainly can't blame him in the pistol formation here.
Got to the 1-yard line. Gain of 6. He's going to get it again. Running left, touchdown, untouched. Into the end zone, touchdown, Abilene Eagles.
Pretty good job right there. Just power formation. Had two backs up there, so it'd be like the equivalent of a fullback and an H-back over there on that left side. Able just to block down with everybody on the offensive line, and then one of those two backs kicks out. The other one leads Bradford up in the hole, and pretty easy 7 yards on those two carries.
Segura to try to add the extra point. Kick is on its way, and the kick is good. 34-7 now. The Abilene Eagles with the lead on the Lubbock High Westerners here on Fox 34 News Now. So the Eagles come out of the locker room, go 70 yards in 7 plays. It took 2:08 and got the 1-yard touchdown run by Ryland Bradford to lead it 34-7 after the Segura extra point. Coach, pretty impressive drive.
Yeah, the big play was that jet sweep, Bryson Perez. He's having a big night for Abilene High, but that was the big play of that drive. But you could also see, I think, a much more concerted effort to say, we're going to come out and we're going to run the ball. And you see it just seemed like it had a little more hard-nosed blocking to it than we saw in the first half, and better execution all the way around.
Tristan Bill, the sophomore quarterback, has done a pretty nice job. Pooch kick, going to be short. Still out there, and I think Abilene grabbed it.
Yep, he did.
Bounced up in the air, and the Eagles took it out of the air.
That one really affected by the wind. It got up there into that wind, and it killed it, and it actually, I mean, it literally came straight down and found a lot of green turf right there. No Lubbock High player could get to it, and Abilene got it on one high bounce right there, and they're right back in business at the 34-yard line.
Samani Strahan. He's a sophomore. I think that's who got it, number 45. I believe that's right. And it just, you know, just crazy how it happened. 9:50 to go here in the third. And right back in business at the Lubbock High 34-yard line. Back to pass. Throws it on the outside, and it is incomplete.
They had a good play design right there, similar to what Lubbock High scored on right there. They were faked that little bubble screen out here to the outside, and then that blocking receiver released up the field, but so did the guy they faked the bubble screen to, that being Bryson Perez. He released up the sideline wide open, and that one is one Tristan Bill would like to have back.
He was. I just bragged on him, and he misses a wide open. Here's Robbins straight up the middle to the 15, the 10, the 5-yard line. We don't have sizes and weights and heights and everything, but he gets all the way to the 5. Watch this hole open, Coach.
Yeah, it was a big
hole. Good cut.
And the umpire slowed him down enough, probably cost him a touchdown right there. Maybe not, but a big run right up the gut. They got those 2 blitzing linebackers blocked that time.
Joe Rosendo running to the right now this time, going to be stopped short right at the goal line. Joe Rosendo again with the stop.
You can tell that Abilene High has come out with a different mentality here this second half. That offensive line, I think, took to heart whatever the lecture was at halftime. And another big hole right there for Joyner. They get him down at the 1-yard line, but he's found a lot of running room these last few plays.
And give it to Joyner again, and he'll get in for the touchdown for the Abilene Eagles from 1 yard out.
And another big hole. And I think they have just decided that what they're going to do is block down to get those 2 blitzing linebackers picked up, and then use somebody to kick out there on the defensive end, and they're finding a lot better running room in this second half.
Segura once again on to try to add the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, kick is good. 41-7 now. Didn't take long here at the start of the third quarter. Abilene's built on their lead against Lubbock High here on Fox 34 News Now.
Hey, Chef Gooch here. Each week we're going to be diving into the world of culinary arts, whipping up some delicious dishes that you can master at home. Whether you're just starting out or looking to sharpen your skills, I've got the tips and tricks to help you cook with confidence. So grab your apron and let's get cooking with class.
You're watching Lubbock High football on Lubbock ISD TV. Let's ride.
That was 2 quick scoring drives, Coach. The pooch kick after the first touchdown, and Lubbock High just doesn't get it. I mean, it was tough play. You're right. The wind is affecting those balls kicked up into the air toward the south.
They're going to get an opportunity to catch it again. Abilene High has moved over here to the other hash, and they're going to check out the other side of the field, but same thing.
He's thinking these guys over here might have figured it out, but they haven't figured it out.
That one was even tougher.
That was a tough catch, and they got it again. Abilene got it again.
Because of how that one got up in the wind, it actually blew back towards the Abilene coverage team and basically landed right behind the front line of Lubbock High. And, of course, those guys are not even thinking about catching a ball up in the air. They're blockers. They're looking to go forward and make blocks. And, again, one bounce, and Abilene High catches it or fields it right over there right before it went out of bounds. But they got another possession with ideal field position.
My gosh, that guy that made that catch was Angel Cruz, number 30, that came up with it. But you're right, Coach. That one bounced backwards and behind the front line. They're not even looking for the ball. Pump fake. Going to try to go deep. Far side. Bradford, he's got it.
This one may come back with a hold right in the middle of the field. Fortunate for Lubbock High.
No, the referee with the ball, he's not even, I guess they know they're going back. It was a catch, 1 foot down.
They went stop and go pattern out there to their big receiver, Rylan Bradford. And wasn't bad coverage, not fooled over there at all. I think that's Harrison Alexander again for Lubbock High, number 30. And it, again, not in bad position, but it's kind of a size discrepancy over there. And Bradford does a good job of going up high, pointing the ball. And came down with a big catch, but it's going to come back for naught. But the unfortunate part is over here on the near sideline, number 12, Joshua Lenoran, who's had a really nice game, is down on the field with cramps.
Yep.
So he'll be out for a play or two.
Looks like his leg completely quit working. Cramps can, they can totally.
They make you walk funny.
Oh. They make it where you can't walk. I mean, it's unbelievable how bad they can hurt. All right, so that penalty took the ball back to where?
Back to the 46.
All right. There's a pass. Boy, that one could have been picked off. Lubbock High was reading that well and cut on, and broke on the ball.
They have done a heck of a job playing that particular play right there. They get to, and that's Garza right there coming up, blowing that play up big time. You see it right here. He gets through the traffic, and a big hit as well right there. That's going to actually cost them another 4 yards. Is that right? No, 2 yards.
No, 4 yards. They were back at the 46. There's a pass to the outside, caught in Lubbock High territory, still going. And finally brought down inside the 40 near the 35-yard line. I think they'll mark him at the 36-yard line. I have another player hurt. They're slow to get up on the reception was Adrian Munoz, number 10.
I'll tell you what, that was another big-time throw right there by the sophomore quarterback. He's shown flashes, got a good live arm, and that was a heck of a throw right there. Got his inside receiver on a deep out pattern, and he threw a bullet to him. They pick up big chunk 22. Of that yardage that they needed.
They picked up 22. They need a couple more. There's Robbins going left. He'll get the first down. They'll mark him at around the 33-yard line, which was just enough.
A little outside zone play, so hitting it a little bit wider than they were in the first half. You see right there, 67 is a pulling lineman, and then 22 is a lead back. So it's the outside zone, outside power play, kicking out with that lineman leading up in the hole. And they didn't do that in the first half. Everything was in the A gap. A little different scheme.
Robbins gets away again. He's on this near side of the 10 to the 5, going to be horse collared down. Well, it'll be a short penalty because he's at the 1. So it'll be at the half-yard line now when they mark it off at the end.
Another big run right there. They have figured out what they need to do as far as blocking scheme is concerned, and they are now
during the run,
off
personal
big
foul,
chunks of
horse
yardage.
collar tackle.
Joyner sat there at 18 yards in the first
Ball
half.
be placed half the distance to the
He
goal.
now is
First down.
at 101. He has had plays of 19, 19, and now 32 in his run column.
They're at the half-yard line. After the horse collar tackle. Gonna give it to him again, and he's in for the touchdown. I've seen more things this year that I've never seen in football, and I've been doing this for a long time. I've never seen a game where it started with 5 straight penalties. We've seen that. I mean, nothing happened. 5 straight penalties. And I've never seen a team not have the ball at all after 2 kicks were kicked to you. All right. We'll take another break. 48-7, our new score. Abilene on top of Lubbock High. That should be a 7 on there on the screen. 48-7 here on Fox 34 News Now. Caught it, Braden Dunkerson. And they will have the ball for the first time in this third quarter, Coach. They have not. They've had 2 kickoffs to them, and they haven't had the ball yet till now.
Yeah, and the kicker to that is Abilene High's had 3 possessions.
They've had 3.
And 3 touchdowns.
And you can't even make it up. I mean, that's really unbelievable. But the wind is a factor. Sun was in their eyes. And the dog ate my homework. You don't want excuses, do you? Hector Torres, he'll move his fullback over, which is Ontiveros. There's Braden Dunkerson. He'll go straight ahead.
Pretty good job right there by the quarterback Hector Torres to field that snap. Is right down around his shoelaces. He was able to gather up and still get a good clean handoff there to Dunkerson. A little bit of a hole. Dunkerson continued to power forward and pick up 4 yards.
It looks like instant replay. He moved him over again. Oh, high snap. Look at Dunkerson go get it. Now he's running backwards, going to be pushed down back at the 25-yard line. You hate to put that on Dunkerson, don't
That's
you?
what I was just sitting here thinking. That this, and all he did was make a play to save his team right there, but he's going to end up really hurting his yardage and hurting his yard per carry average as well. And to rub a little more salt in the wound is now Lubbock High is looking at 3rd and 17 yards needed for a first down.
Hardy Madurwa, that defensive end, was the one crashing in there and he pushed down Dunkerson. And they'll bring motion, going to fake the ball to Dunkerson, cut back. Here's Torres, puts his head down, and well, boy, he's gutsy. And a flag is down.
It's against Lubbock High. I would suspect that this one will be declined. It'll be 4th and about 11 needed.
On the play that time defensively, Jordan Brown. He's a freshman. Safety.
Illegal formation. Offense. Penalty is declined. Result of the play, 4th down.
They got the ball to the 31. That was a pickup of 6. And here comes the punt team on. Yale Octaveros. Whistle stop the play again. Going to be another false start against Lubbock High.
Number 84, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Lubbock High, they got to really dig deep right here. They got back here deep is Ryland Bradford. So if they're not disciplined and still playing hard right there, he has a chance to take this all the way back to the house.
Punt is away. Kick it away from him. Don't let him get it. That's what they do.
Yep. Kick it up in the stands. That ain't bad.
So Abilene brings the offense back on the field. Leading 48-7 with 4:30 to go in the third quarter. Mentioned Mike Fullen. This is his first head coaching job. He was on staff at Abilene with the Eagles, and now he's in his 6th year as the head coach. He's got a 38-28 6-year career, counting the games from this year as well. Juan Rodriguez in his 3rd year as the head coach of the Lubbock High Westerners. Going to get about 10 on this first down pass to number 10, Adrian Munoz.
A little progression right there by the young quarterback, Bill. He wanted to go to the outside receiver. That was taken away, so he brought his eyes back to the inside receiver. And it's a good throw and catch right there. Munoz gets 11 and a first down.
There's a pass down the middle, knocked down. What good defensive play. Cutting up underneath that time, and that's Bo Davis. No. It's Harrison Alexander. He's played well.
He has. He did a good job right there. I think the receiver probably made a mistake trying to work back to the inside, and was a fade pattern. Should have been to the outside, but the receiver tried to move inside of Alexander, and Harrison Alexander just wouldn't let him do it.
He's had a good game tonight. Lou said his name several times. Pitch. There's Robbins. He's going to come around the corner. Get down to around the 38 or 37-yard line. Did you call that a pass?
No, it's a quick pitch. Little run and play, toss, sweep around this short side of the field. He gets about 7 yards on the play.
I thought it looked like to me he pitched it forward. I guarantee you that would change those rules about these counting these little pitches as passes.
Start. Offense, number 8.
And now a false
5-yard
start.
penalty, still 3rd down.
That's going to take the ball back to the 42 after the 5-yard penalty.
Tough assignment there by the safety. Got Ryland Bradford in the slot. Nobody in the deep middle of the field. Tough assignment right here for the safety.
They're going to double up. He catches it. The defense falls down, and they trip him up. He falls inside the 20. Ryland Bradford.
Well, they went to a fade pattern to him. Inside receiver running a fade pattern. And he just makes a good adjustment to the ball to come back and catch it. I'm just glad he ran that pattern and not not a post pattern to the middle, because there's nobody in the deep middle of the field.
Picked up 23 yards on that catch. Going to give it to Robbins, running left, cuts it up at the 10 to the 5. He's going to score. Touchdown, Abilene. He's pretty quick.
Yeah, same thing. They again go outside, so a big time adjustment at halftime by Abilene High, and it is paying dividends. And Ethan Joyner is running crazy this second half. That now puts him up to 128 yards and 3 touchdowns in the second half. 128 on the game, but he has 3 touchdowns here in the second half, and again, they are chunk yardage plays.
Segura once again with the extra point. He puts it up and through once again. That makes the score 55-7. Abilene with the lead on Lubbock High with 3:03 to go here in the third quarter. Here's that last run.
Hopefully you saw that kick out block by the lineman. I think it was 67 Jim Boema, junior right guard, and he buried the defensive end of Lubbock High. And Joyner didn't even need his lead back, who is Adam Young, to lead him in the hole. He actually outran Adam Young into the hole and up to the second, third level, virtually untouched, and into the end zone.
All right, let's take a look at the district teams. We've got their records too. I need to send that to y'all so y'all can build the graphic. But Abilene's 3-0 in district. It looks like they're headed to 4-0 in district. Tascosa and Monterey play tomorrow night. That's a big ball game. The Rebels are 2-0. Monterey would like to bring them right back down there to 2-1, while Monterey moves to 3-1. But the teams at the bottom, Lubbock High, Caprock, and Coronado, none of them have a victory, and they need to start putting some wins together.
Yeah, it's starting to get late. Another tough one.
Goes out of bounds. I saw the flag. Did no one touch it?
No one touched it. That was another one similar to kick before last. It got up into that wind and it basically turned into a great onside kick. For some reason, the Abilene High player decided not to catch it in the air. Because of that, it was at least trickled out of bounds for Lubbock High.
So far here in the third quarter, Lubbock High has run 3 plays and punted. And that's been it. And Abilene scored 4 touchdowns.
Bo Davis checking in at running back now for Lubbock High. Tried to run a quick pitch of their own that time, but more good pursuit by Abilene High. Getting to him in a hurry. You just see a lot of guys running lanes to get to the football, and Bo Davis starts his night with a negative play.
Bo Davis, just a freshman. Second down and 11 for the Westerners. Back to pass Torres. He's going to take a hit again. Long pass, almost picked off. Running back deep that time, trying to get the ball down the field to Israel Cervantes.
Another play where there's a lot of pressure back there in Torres's face, and really he couldn't even get much of a follow through right there. It looked like his arm got hit just about the time he released the ball, and that one to sail a little bit on him.
Hector Torres has proven to me that he's not afraid. He has stood in there and taken some hits tonight. And he's actually thrown some good balls under that kind of pressure. Three receivers up top, one over here to the near side, all by himself. Back to pass Torres, that's who they're going to. Going to be incomplete. Intended receiver Easton Blakely, number 5. He's a junior.
Good battle downfield right there by Blakely, and defensive back here for Abilene High will get a number. It looks like it number 3, but that's not the other number. It's another number 3, if that's what it is.
It's
number 5. Excuse me. That's Gotti Gomez. And just a good fight for the football up in the air. Good job by the defensive back battling with the receiver, forcing that incompletion.
4th down and 11. They will punt it away onto Veros. And
into the end zone.
Okay, I can't even find the ball.
Touchback.
I was looking at the players to see where they're looking. I didn't think they could see it either. Abilene has it back once again. There you get a look at the Lubbock High sideline. Now the Abilene sideline. 77's big. We don't know how big. These coaches won't send us their heights and weights.
Shatande Popo.
He's big.
Yep, he is big.
I may have it off of last year's deal. He's a senior. 1:53 left in the third quarter at the Abilene 20-yard line. There's a face mask. That's going to be Charlie Hogan, I think, who got his hand in there on 26.
Josh Castillo running that quick pitch that time, and I don't know if you saw it or not, but one of the lead blockers was actually the quarterback. Quarterback tossed it and got in front of it to kind of be a lead blocker. 7 yards on the play and 15 added on
to the end of the run. First down.
That should take the ball out to the 42-yard line. Is that where they put it?
They did.
I like to try to, these officials in marking the ball. It's really a fine art to marking the ball. Quick hitter caught by Bradford out on the outside, stiff arms, and run out of bounds at the 38-yard line of the Westerners.
It's a pretty quick 20 yards right there. Just runs a hitch pattern, and another defensive back that has not been playing a whole lot of football for Lubbock High. I think that's number 18.
Julius Aguirre.
Yep, that's who it is, and gave him plenty of cushion. Just kind of quick hitch pattern right there, and Bradford is tough to get down when he's in the open field like that. Abilene High now up to 20 first downs in the game.
And Anthony Peppers, longtime trainer at Lubbock High, is out checking on him. All right, here we go. We're going to go to break, and we'll see how he's doing and get word back to you. Coach Juan Rodriguez out there as well. 55-7, Abilene with 1:24 to go in the third here on the Texas Sports Marketing Radio Network.
This production is powered by the students and staff of Lubbock ISD TV. Want to see more of our work? Visit our website at LubbockISDTV.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lubbock_ISD.
Highlights is your look at the great things happening in Lubbock ISD. From engaging lessons to innovative instruction, we take you inside our classrooms to see the valuable learning taking place. But we get to share so much more. Outstanding student achievement, unique campus traditions, fun activities, plus our district's specialized campuses and programs allow us to highlight opportunities only available in Lubbock ISD. Join us at 8, noon, 6, or 10, or watch on demand anytime at LubbockISDTV.com. Highlights, your spotlight on Lubbock ISD.
Lubbock ISD hosted a ribbon cutting for the new Roger Green Supervised Agricultural Experience Building. It will provide students with a state-of-the-art facility to care for their animal projects and is located at our new AgriSTEM complex.
Well, it's a tremendous honor. A lot of ex-students here, friends and family, and it's a tremendous honor. I was very surprised.
Students at Smith Elementary got into the sport of speed stacking. The Stars took part in a presentation during their PE time where they learned how to stack and then practice their skills. At Williams Elementary, kindergartners rounded out their Amplify unit about the tortoise and the hare with a fun race. Principal McCall and Assistant Principal Garcia dressed up as the tortoise and the hare and ran a race outside of the school.
What did you learn from this story?
Slow and steady wins the race.
Students from Estacada High School and the Talkington School for Young Women Leaders helped unload pumpkins at the Cumberland Presbyterian Church. The church supports our high school food pantries with funds raised from their pumpkin patch, and the students say volunteering is a great way to support their schools and community. Honey Elementary welcomed students from Monterey High School's Chick-fil-A Leader Academy. The Plainsmen brought the Honey Bears books as part of the program's Million Book Giveaway. High schoolers read with first and second graders and then gave them a bundle of books to add to or start their home libraries.
So like, they were just super talkative. They didn't let me read, they wanted to read to me. So I was like, okay. They were like trying to have a competition who can read the fastest, so it was just fun.
All right, well, took the time out, and then Abilene comes with a little trickery and hits another touchdown, and it's going to be Bryson Perez again.
Turns into being basically a bootleg pass. They faked a reverse, a jet sweep, and then rolled out and brought Perez on that little drag pattern all the way across the field. And another big play right there for Bryson Perez, and adds to his total with a 38-yard touchdown, his second touchdown of the night.
Extra point by Segura is good. 1:05 to go here now in the third quarter. 62-7, the Abilene Eagles with the lead on the Lubbock High Westerners. That was a 3-play drive.
See that,
and that was 25. Yeah, here's the play again. Beautiful play, good blocking downfield. Didn't need much, and he's in for the touchdown. That player that was injured, that was down, we couldn't see the number very good. It was actually 25, Nano Carrillo, defensive end. And he had something with the knee, I believe, but able to walk off the field. If I got enough plays here to add up to the yardage that they just went for the touchdown.
Don't forget the 15-yard penalty.
I got it in there, 22, 42.
3 plays, right?
3 plays.
They had a 20, 38, and a
7.
Yep.
And the 15. Here's the kickoff. Going to be caught. Going to return it. Caught it inside the 10, but stepped out of bounds. Bo Davis.
A little deeper kick that time, but boy, it was placed perfectly. It took Bo Davis right to the edge of the out-of-bounds line. Caught it with about an inch to spare, and then he had to try to return it from there. And it was a good job there by that last Abilene High player to pull off and not get a unnecessary roughness late hit.
Lubbock High has it at their own 19-yard line. 57 seconds to go in the third quarter, and I did have enough yardage on there. 48 seconds on that last drive of 80 yards. Swing out to the outside, going to be knocked down.
Denzel Robbins is having a tough night. They're trying to go to him, but every time the defense is on him, as soon as he gets the ball in his hands, here's another play that's going to result in negative yardage for Denzel. 4 catches on the night, negative 12 yards. And he's had no chance.
No.
It's not, no fault of his at all. It's just the defense is reacting in a hurry. And, as soon as the ball gets in his hands, there's somebody there to tackle him every time.
That's going to take us to the end of the third quarter, 62-7. Abilene Eagles on top of the Lubbock High Westerners. 1 quarter left to go here on Fox 34 News Now.
What do I say?
I don't know, just make something up. LSD TV, Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Just do it.
It's Facebook. What am I supposed to say?
I don't know, she'll make a script and post. Just do it.
Okay, fine.
Lubbock ISD TV Facebook spotlights what it's like behind the scenes here at Lubbock ISD TV, plus an inside look at our live sports productions. If you like what you see, please share it so other people can see the amazing things happening in our district.
Okay, how was that?
Fourth quarter time. Lubbock High has the football at their own 15, 16-yard line. Looks like it's more at the 15-yard line, doesn't it? So he would have lost 4 on that play. Here's a give, running left. Going to push forward to across the 20, out to the 21-yard line.
Good tough run right there by Bo Davis, just a freshman. Delayed handoff, draw play. Good blocking out there on the edge, gave him a little bit of a crease. And I tell you what, the freshman hit the hole pretty hard. And it's a nice little 6-yard gain.
Kind of extending his knee, checking it out. He's going to go out of the ball game. And coming in to replace him will be Derek Torres. Third down and 8 for Lubbock High. Backwards pass, going to maybe a double pass. Torres has it. He's going to be spun down. We'll give a credit to the tackle to number 40, Davion Bogani.
Fortunately, that'll go down as a running play. And it's going to be, what, a loss of 9 yards for Derek Torres. Do it backwards. You're right. It had all the makings of a double pass right there, but there wasn't any receiver down the field looking for the ball. Not that he had much of a chance to throw it anyway, but
in a whirling dervish, he was spun around. Had no chance. So it's punt time again. Taveros gets it out of there. Nobody back for Abilene. Bounces backwards and kind of sideways. It'll be in Lubbock High territory at around the 38-yard line. And Abilene will bring the offense back on the field.
Flag all the way across the field. Not sure what it is, but we should get a call here in just a minute, but that's going to slow play down a little bit.
Slower the better, in my opinion. On Charlie Hogan. Unsportsmanlike. So they'll get a penalty plus they 15-yarder.
Correction.
Should be
the
from
foul was
where it
after the play.
Put dead after the play. So from the 42 ought to go to the 27. Let's see. No, they're going to mark it off from the 38. So it should be at the 23 by the time he gets through walking.
That's where he's going.
So backups in the game now for Abilene High. Looks like Hunter Archibald is in at quarterback, number 4.
Give up the middle and just bursting through for the touchdown is number 26, and that's Josh Castillo.
That one may have been a little inside zone play. A little delay by Castillo, and then he hits it running right here. We'll see. Out there's actually kind of like old counter Trey. He actually pulled 2 And a huge running lane right there for Castillo. He's in the end zone virtually untouched.
Clock is moving. Extra point is up and good, 69-7. Abilene with the lead on Lubbock High here in the fourth quarter on Fox 34 News now. Forget where I am. All right, you look across the way at the Eagles, and they're feeling pretty good now. Most of the starters are out of the ball game. They lead at 69-7.
I think they're a lot happier with their blocking scheme the second half than they were the first half.
Yep.
I can't imagine, as high-powered as their offense is, that they had any excitement at all going in there to halftime about the way they were blocking, but the adjustment they've made has paid big dividends in this second half.
We're down to 6 minutes left in the ball game. Deep kick, mishandled at about the 2, going to be picked up there. Up the field, and that's Bo Davis, I believe. He's going to be snowed under at around the 10 or 11 yard line.
Didn't handle it cleanly back there between the 5 and the goal line. Once that ball got down on the ground, the coverage team was down there in a hurry and made him pay for it.
Time they got the ball.
I'd put it at 5:30.
It was earlier than that. I don't think they're even running play clocks anymore. So Lubbock High's got it at their 11-yard line. Give up the middle, out across the 20-yard line. Good run. Is that Braden? Yeah, Braden Dickerson.
All 10 of them. Nice job right there. 10 or 11?
He got 11. From the 11 to the 22.
It's Lubbock High's first down of the second half.
Well, they want to run like 8 plays.
I think that was their 10th one.
Is that right? There's a pass.
Yeah, there's a defensive player right in the face of Hector Torres. I mean, as soon he more than made a fake handoff to Dunkerson, tried to raise up and throw that pass and out pattern to the outside, and there's a defensive player right in his grill. I think it was number 20.
Dunkerson again. He is across the 30 and going to be out to the 35-yard line, maybe the 36.
Good gain right there. Nice job by the offensive line.
They will put it down at 36, a gain of 14.
Injured player.
We'll take the timeout. Score 69-7, Abilene over Lubbock High here on Fox 34 News Now. What you got in for delay of game?
They're waiting on our guy.
Oh, crap. All right, here we go. They tried to start without us, but we would not let them. Thought the game clock may run out before we got back. Still running. Hector Torres at quarterback. In the backfield, Dunkerson again. He puts his head down and goes. Got the first down, got 12 yards on the play, all the way up to the 48-yard line.
It's good to see him get some good positive yardage here late in the game. He just runs so hard all the time. So it's exciting to see him get some good positive stats in there. You're going to see it right here. Nice job finding the hole. And then, boy, he gets going south in a hurry.
Going to throw it deep, going to Torres. He's got it. Spinning around inside the 20. And going to be down at about the 17 or 18-yard line. Well, the officials just now getting down there. Torres, he makes some plays for you, Coach.
That's a well-thrown ball right there.
Yeah.
And good catch in traffic by Derek Torres.
So that was tell me the numbers on that.
That was 35 yards.
All right, Torres rolling right, going to throw it back up underneath, incomplete.
Well, unfortunate right there. He did a good job avoiding the pressure and then actually did have Dunkerson wide open right there. Had to kind of throw back across his body. Dunkerson a little more back towards the middle of the field, and tough throw rolling to your right. Falls to the ground, incomplete.
Clock still rolling. Going to give it to Dunkerson in the backfield. He's going to get inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Going to have to hurry, though, because the clock is not stopping. Pickup of 3. Torres looking, going to throw it up over the top, has a man caught, touchdown! Dunkerson out of the backfield, was able to get down on this near side and get in for the touchdown.
That was a really nice job by Hector Torres as well. I mean, he wanted to go inside on the post pattern, saw a lot of traffic in there, and came back to Dunkerson running a little wheel route out of the backfield. And good concentration by Dunkerson. He knew that defensive player was bearing down on him, but he concentrated on the ball, made a nice catch, and touchdown for the Westerners.
69-13. They're going to snap it and go for 2. But the whistles were blowing.
One more penalty to mark off.
Good.
5-yard penalty, replayed it down.
Let that one go. Now they'll come back and bring everybody back in for the extra point. Kick by Ontiveros. Ball is down, floating up. Did it get there? Yes, it did. It barely got over the crossbar. But he did make it. That's going to take us to the end. 69-14 is the final score. The Abilene Eagles have defeated the Lubbock High Westerners here tonight. So Abilene now moves to 4-0 in district, 6-2 overall. Lubbock High drops to 0-3 in district and 3-4 overall. Coach, Abilene High, pretty impressive second half.
They really were. They showed, I think, a little more of the caliber of team that they are, getting that running game really going. And, you know, I think they got to be pretty pleased the way the sophomore quarterback stepped in there and filled in tonight. And for them to put 69 up on the board again, go home with a good district win, 4 wins, and you got to figure that probably gets them a playoff spot. Obviously, they got bigger intentions of that, but just another tough night for the Westerners. Thought they battled hard the first half, and then just inability to be able to fill those kickoffs in the third quarter.
Yep. Turn
this into a snowball.
Don't cry. They're going to work on them next week. They're going to work on them. All right. Anyway, I'm just proud of the Westerners, the way they always fight and they always keep playing. And they keep their head up, and I credit a lot of that to the coaches over there and Juan Rodriguez. And it's not easy when you've lost 3 in a row, and it's been tough. It's been big losses, lopsided losses. We just hope they'll keep on fighting. The Westerners will keep on fighting. Big games tomorrow. You'll want to tune in. We got them on the radio. So tune in tomorrow. Monterey will be at Tascosa. Coronado's here at home against Caprock, and Estacado is on the road to Perryton. For everybody involved, Lubbock ISD TV 12, Coach Randy Dean, I'm David Thetford. 69-14, final score, Abilene High Eagles over the Lubbock High Westerners here on Fox 34 News Now.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.